Ah, so good to see you all sitting here. But imagine if you were sitting in an important meeting room and a lot of tension building up in the room, a lot of stress, maybe a lot of decisions to be taken right at that moment, and thoughts pacing forward and back, maybe expectations, deadlines, projects. Now imagine if you could pause right there and you could clear your mind and take decisions from that state of clear mind. Now, this tool actually exists, and this tool doesn't lie in this fast pacing world or in the computers that we use, but it's instead in one of the research that was done. And this research, this study was definitely not done on rats or monkeys, but it was done on the humans because it could have been done only on the humans. That's right. Out of all the 8.7 million species on the planet, it's only the humans that can do the meditation. Right? And meditation is that tool which also one of the recent times the Harvard School of Business carried a study which says that meditation reduces the stress, increases the calmness, the clarity, and also gives us the ability to focus and relax at the same time. Usually when there might be an exam or there might be a project or assignment or an office task to do, we might be too focused and over focusing might bring out stress. And at times we are relaxing, which at times may bring out laziness. So balance of having focus as well as relaxation. This is one of the most beautiful features I found in meditations. And this is also something which is super quality for an entrepreneur. Entrepreneurs are amazing. They don't just really create business or profits or money for themselves or their families, but they create an ecosystem. They create a plethora of opportunities for employment. They boost the GDP of the country. You name it. There's an immense universe within an entrepreneurship. And just like meditation, like humans are the only species that can do meditation, humans are the only species that can be entrepreneurs also. And this combination has always amazed me. Entrepreneurship plus meditation. It's more like wealth plus health. Yeah? It's more like artificial intelligence plus natural intelligence. You see, often we've heard that health is wealth. In fact, one of the masters, meditation masters of the recent times, His Holiness Sri Sri Ravi Shankar, he shares that usually half the health is gone in gaining the wealth, and later half the wealth is gone in gaining back the health, which is not a very good equation, not a very smart equation, isn't it? Smarter equation is health plus wealth. And what if I told you that all of you had 450 crores of net worth right now? Amazed? Yeah? All of us are born with a silver spoon in mouth. In fact, a golden spoon in the mouth. Why do I say this? You see, this human body that we have, each of the parts cost almost a significant amount of money. And all of it put together is almost 450 crores of money, which is 4.5 billion. So each of us are born with a great net worth. And taking care of that net worth is taking care of the health. We all have a lot of other assets. We may have our vehicles, we may have our phones, we might want to upgrade our vehicles or phones or want to upgrade to a better house, right? Meditation is upgrading this hardware called the body and also the software called the mind. And in my journey, a few years back, when I started the business, I was taught about the EBITDA, which most of you must be aware of, yeah? Earnings before interest, taxes, depreciation, and amortization. Soon after I started doing the business, I realized EBITDA also meant something else, which was earnings before insomnia, therapy, depression, and anxiety. Yeah? And that was not the end of it. That was the moment my girlfriend broke up with me. And over a period of time, the graph that was going up started going down. I was feeling heavy, bogged down. Insomnia, as you all know. Over a period of time, there was no way out. I was finding no way to work, to proceed in the business, in my own life, no sleep in the night, feeling sleepy in the office, everything was haywire. Just then one of my friends recommended me to go attend an art of living meditation workshops, and that turned the tables. That is where I started smiling throughout the day after that for no reason. And the energy levels that I started with in the morning would continue throughout the day. Sleep in the night was so, and with that energy, with that clarity in mind, with that clarity in the thought process, and I not just continued with the interior designing business, I also started a few more things that I always wanted, becoming an Instagram influencer, like most of us want to. I succeeded in that, and then I started a smart investment strategic company called the Big Fat Wallet, and I also became, over a period of time, an international instructor, a coach of yoga and meditation. So all of this, the base was meditation. Every single day, the consistency of it. And I realized that I have some goals, I have a family, I have friends, I have a bank balance, I have some dreams, desires. In all of this, there is one thing that is common, and that is I. Yeah? So I may not be able to change each of the things that is on the outside, but changing one thing which is common, which is the I. And that really reflected on whatever was on the outside. And often before I started learning to meditate, I observed that my mind was getting stuck either in the past or future. Past would get anger or regret, and future would get maybe anxiety or fear. But with meditations, mind was more in the present. And the more it was in present, it was more pleasant. Yeah? Like in the movie Kung Fu Panda, it says that yesterday was history, tomorrow is a mystery. Yeah? Today is a gift, and that is why we call it present. So enjoying this present moment started happening with the meditational practices. It was an interesting task, yeah? If I may ask you to do it right now. If you want to close your eyes for a moment, think of a beach, of beautiful trees around, you're sitting on the sand. But now, don't think of a monkey sitting next to you. You may think of anything you want in the world, but not of a monkey. If I may ask you to open your eyes, what comes in your mind? Monkey. For most of us, it was the monkey. So don't think of a monkey and the monkey comes in the mind. The same way I realized I don't want to think of that person from the past. That person will keep coming. Yeah? That situation from the future, keep talking. Meditation was the key. Meditation was one of the reasons for my success. And that's how I continued with entrepreneurship as well as meditation, hand in hand. Yeah? This combo is something that was very uplifting. Now, the whole journey continued, and entrepreneurship and the other entrepreneurs kept inspiring me. One of them who started his business in a garage in the United States, and then he changed. He revolutionized the way the personal computers and the mobile phones work in the world. That's right, Steve Jobs. Yeah? And in his autobiography, written by Isaac Newton, he mentions that meditation was one of his best reasons that he succeeded in his career. Meditation that he learned when he visited India in his young age, this was about Steve Jobs, made him more creative when he started Apple, boosted new ideas, and he started listening to that inner voice. Yeah? So that gut feeling that all of us have sometimes, that intuitive feeling, that gut feeling. Instead, one of the recent articles I was reading, it said that one of the biggest group of businesses, entrepreneurship in India, the Tata group of companies, they have been choosing startups based on intuition more than numbers. Yeah? And this inner voice, this intuition gets more and more louder and clearer with the meditational practices. In fact, there have been a lot of freedom fighters. One of the freedom fighters that we all know, Mahatma Gandhi, his secretary was sharing in one of the talks that Mahatma Gandhi used to meditate every single day from morning. And on the days that he was more busier or the days that were more hectic, Mahatma Gandhi would say, I cannot meditate once today. I will meditate twice. Yeah? On the days we are more busy or occupied, We need to meditate more. And this is what has been a journey for many people from the ancient times. And ancient time onwards, it was a spiritual aspect of looking at meditation, but it is also the in thing right now. Imagine you're having a hectic day, and on one of the hectic evenings, you're going from your home to the airport, maybe at 6 p.m., a full traffic peak hour. Just pause for a moment and think of how much amount of time it could take to really reach the airport. And now imagine the same ride from your home to the airport at 3 a.m. in the post-midnight, when the streets are deserted, almost all empty. The amount of time it could take at 3 a.m. versus 6 p.m. probably less than half the time, right? So exactly what happens in our mind. When the mind has a lot of thoughts, people, events, stress, the amount of time that we take to fulfill a task may be much longer. But with meditations, the space element grows, and with that, you can fulfill the same task in much lesser time. One of the best ways of time management is meditation. Yeah? Otherwise, there will be disturbances in just like this. And if you notice the science, there is enough research that is done on the Google also, if you check neuroplasticity, which is the ability of neurons in the brain to recreate, redesign, rewire. Yeah? The science earlier said that once one reaches the adulthood, the neurons are like they're almost set in the stone, they don't change. But the recent study shows that over a period of time, with practices like mindfulness and meditation, they can actually change. They can actually rewire, redesign, and redevelop the whole structure of the brain. That keeps you more younger. Your memory really boosts, and you don't really have to put efforts on memorizing anything. You don't really have to worry about remembering your wife or girlfriend's birthday either. Or you don't have to worry about when to really you have to take that gift, the marriage anniversary time. So thanks to meditations and these practices, the memory is sharper, which also helps on your entrepreneurial journey. At the same time, as we know that we have two hemispheres in the brain, left and right. Left is more used or more dominating for any of the logical work, analysis, decisions, and right is more for creativity, for some art, music. And any one of the extremes makes us more stressed. It's more like if you are carrying a bag on any one of the shoulders, after a while that bag may start drooping. That shoulder may start drooping. The same way, one of the sides of the brain gets more dominating and it gets more stressful. So meditation also balances both sides of the brain. And this makes us feel more stress-free, more focused and relaxed at the same time. And with that state of mind, taking decisions, going forward, communications, handling tough situations gets more and more easier. Now, for you, how can you start the journey of meditation? It's very easy to understand what is meditation. Is it really closing eyes and not thinking anything, not having a thought in the mind? Well, not really. Meditation is more about doing nothing. Yeah? When was the last time you did nothing? Maybe for 10 minutes. By saying nothing, I mean no texts, no emails, no WhatsApp, no talking to the person sitting next to you. Just the me time for 10 minutes. Meditation may include thoughts, but you are not involving in them, you're just watching them as a witness. As if you're sitting on a balcony and watching the vehicles come and go. The moment you stop any one vehicle, there could be a traffic behind. So we don't do that. Just sit, unwind, relax and let go. It's as simple as that, as easy as that. So how do we start this journey? I would say 3 points are good to go. First one, micro meditations. Second, consulting an expert, coach. And number 3, consistency. Micro meditations, like I said, you don't have to meditate for an hour every single day. 10 minutes is good enough. Consulting a coach. So you have to learn a car or a guitar or probably tennis. You might need a coach. So consulting or inviting a coach or some expert once in a while to your college or to your office or to your family, this really boosts the energy. And number three, consistency. Every single day, come what may. When you start working on meditation, the meditation starts working on you. And like one of the recent masters of meditation, His Holiness Sri Ravi teaches, like we daily brush our teeth for dental hygiene, meditation is for the mental hygiene. And both the dental hygiene and mental hygiene are good for you for a good spine. So ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is Ashwin Patel signing off but smiling on. Wishing you a happy meditative life. Thank you.